Today's the new state of the play from Sony, or state of play because people love to clown me because I always add the in there. Big whoop. This one focuses on Borderlands 4. It's a gameplay deep dive. It's supposed to be like 20 to 30 minutes. I'm kind of indifferent about the Borderlands franchise, so I'm hoping this deep dive sells me on the franchise. I haven't played since Borderlands 2 because I feel like they kind of just been riding the coattail of Borderlands 2, the newer games, but hopefully this one kind of switches it up. And then after this, we'll get back on Kazaa. Because there wasn't a lot of news, but they need to boot up the goddamn stream. It's 2 o'clock. State of the play sounds better. It does. State of play doesn't have a flow to it, but state of the play actually makes more sense. So when people be like, why you add a the? Because it sounds better. Uh, 4K, defend, protect the computer missions. I hope not, bro. I hope not. I think y'all think Borderlands 4 gonna come to the PS4? Because I mean, I got a PS4. This is Borderlands 4. I think it can run it. I heard you get a buff on your CPU whenever the game is the fourth entry in the series. I mean, they don't call it State of Union; they call it State of the Union. I think that's why my brain goes to the because the State of the Union. Yeah. Showing the current state of play. Let's see. There we go. It should start automatically if you're already in there. State of play. Woo, 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 I'm gonna just upgrade to the PS4 Pro. Yo, shout out to Miles with the super chat. I've been playing Expedition 33. The music is slapping, so I've heard. That's what I'm trying to get done with Kazaa. I'm probably gonna be doing a lot more long streams starting early. I'm trying to get through these games. I'm trying to put in work. The problem is half my stream I be yapping about the news, but I gotta do it because the people love it, bro. My only time to game is on stream. And the news be cutting into that shit. I might have to start doing news every other day. Just chatting. Let me switch to just chatting. Not gonna lie, I come for the news. That's most people. That's why I stay consistent with it.
What use is a killer? A brute. A rule-breaking, loot-taking, running and gunning natural disaster. You are, in a word, mayhem. I take that personally.
Very vibrant. A little generic rap music. I got the stream in 4K. Where do they find these rappers at?
Be advised, a citywide curfew has been enacted. Violators will be shot on sight.
The UK? When you're on a tight budget, you go get a UK rapper. Borderlands 4. South London ting, Tottenham, Birmingham.
Heyo, I'm Randy Pitchford, founder of Gearbox Entertainment. Today, we're giving you our...
I'm not gonna lie, he looks like a cult leader.
Borderlands 4. All the excitement, loot, and...
All right, guys, at 7 p.m., we're gonna drink the Jesus juice and lay down. Permanently.
Since creating the looter-shooter genre nearly 16
Yeah, we're gonna go to Heaven's Gate.
Refine the formula, delivering better loot, greater freedom, and endless mayhem. And with Borderlands 4, we push things even further.
This is hands down our best Borderlands ever. All new movement, abilities,
Okay.
bigger and
I
better
like that.
enemies, and a brand new planet. all in service of making you feel like a total badass.
Little
It's the
movement.
perfect entry point for new players with incredible new places and a great story. And
He goes to
for
church with Tom. Oh, he's a scientist. That makes
we're
sense.
throwing back to our more grounded tone while pushing gameplay ahead further than ever before. This is the culmination.
He looks like he's ready for ascension.
of hard work from my teammates across the Gearbox studios. So enough talk. Let's get it. This is Borderlands 4.
I'm not gonna lie, he creeps me out. They gotta get him off the camera, bro, because I feel like he's trying to like indoctrinate me. I don't like it. The game is really pretty so far, though.
Borderlands is an unforgiving sci-fi universe where life is cheap and guns are plentiful. You play as a Vault Hunter, a badass mercenary with powerful abilities called action skills.
Today I'm playing as Vex, our new siren. She wields supernatural phase energy to devastating effect.
Dark and edgy.
She can use that energy to empower herself, or channel it to conjure deadly minions that fight alongside her.
Shout out to RPG Kane with the sub.
The idea of Shadow
I'm
having
joining
a
as Rafa,
BBC. Only
a former
Sonic
Meteor
wields that
soldier
type of
who wears an
power.
experimental exosuit. He can digistruct an
Is the whole state of play about Borderlands? It is. What I'm confused about is isn't Borderlands a multi-platform game?
Vault Hunters that you can play at launch.
Borderlands 4 takes place on Kairos. An
It is,
planet steeped
but they're presenting it like it's a PlayStation game. That's funny.
For thousands of years, the Timekeeper kept the planet hidden, controlling its inhabitants with bolts, cybernetic implants fused to their spines.
Shout out to Cap with the sub.
Anyone who stepped out of line was brutally crushed by his army of synthetic soldiers known as the Order.
Oh no.
That is until 6 years ago when Elpis showed up. This rogue moon was teleported away from Pandora at the end of Borderlands 3 by the legendary Vault Hunter Lilith. When it reappeared across the galaxy, it crashed into the protective veil around Kairos.
This state of no content. Yo, chill.
A planet-wide cataclysmic event that disrupted the Timekeeper's perfect order.
Now people all across Kairos have started rising up, some even ripping out their bolts, and chunks of their brain along with it.
Here it comes!
That's the situation our Vault Hunters have crash landed into.
Open world?
A planet ready to explode, and you're the spark. As you explore, you'll meet a cast of incredible characters. Fan favorites return, like Zane and Moxie.
I have no clue who those are.
You'll also meet new friends like Rush.
Big Black Man.
And as always, Claptrap is along for the ride.
Gotta have a big black man on a team like Barrett
Last but not least is Echo 4.
and Coltrane.
This helpful drone follows you everywhere, hacking order tech, scanning the environment, and helping guide you to objectives. But enough of all that. Let's get into the game.
I'm gonna guess the big black man is a bruiser class.
Thanks to our improved lobby system, it's easier than ever to join up with your friends on the fly. And with full crossplay at launch, you can play with your friends on any
Shout out to Darling with the $2 super chat. Appreciate you.
Today, we're venturing into Terminus Range, a frigid, mountainous region.
This is just one of the 4 zones on Kairos that you can seamlessly explore.
Don't think he's
There's
playable.
next to no loading time, just endless looting and shooting mayhem.
No load times. We like that. We like that.
For our current mission, we need to break into a secret black site located deep in the mountains. One of the Timekeeper's generals, Vile Lichter, has been conducting grotesque experiments on locals. It's up to us to stop it.
All right, let's get moving. Here I'm using Glide, one of our new movement abilities. Along with dash, double jump, climbing, and point grapple, these make getting around more fun and add a ton of utility to combat.
As you traverse, you'll uncover a vast and beautiful world. And to bring Kairos to life, we've introduced dynamic weather and events, so you constantly have new things to discover.
There's also plenty of local wildlife to contend with, like these Kratch, flying beasts who attack in flocks.
Does she seem a little slow?
Silo, one of several new
Like the way she
activities in
runs?
Borderlands 4.
You'll naturally discover short gameplay experiences.
It does look like Destiny's movement. You're right, Vampire.
There's no need to pick up a mission first. These are auto-granted and tracked on your HUD.
Silos house old, decommissioned order tech that you can hijack for the Crimson Resistance.
With the help of Echo 4, we'll hack into their network and release the communications balloon. Now that we're in charge, we can fast travel to the silo. And as a bonus, it's revealed the approximate location of a vault key fragment.
Wow.
We can collect these fragments to unlock a hidden vault, a high-level dungeon with challenging combat and serious loot.
Dungeons confirmed.
Let's get after it.
No fall damage?
Another nice thing about silos is you can zip line up and take off. And if that's not fast enough for you, you can always pull out your personal vehicle, the Digirunner. Just hop on, hit boost, and get rolling.
Yeah, this is definitely Destiny inspired. This is very Destiny coded.
And because this is Borderlands, you best believe it has guns.
Yeah, we got sparrows now.
First, you'll encounter a host of dynamic events.
He said, fraud watch, chill. It's okay to be inspired by other people. As long as you gotta give them a chance, as long as they show something different. But you can tell what the devs been playing.
All right, we're coming.
I'm seeing a lot of Halo 2, Halo Infinite. Yeah, I can see that.
Abilities in action.
Chaining our new traversal abilities together makes combat more dynamic than ever.
The meters will feel a little more serious. It does. I think they said they're toning back on the humor like in an article a few months ago. They did say that? Okay, I'm not bugging. Yeah, so it is going to be more a serious game. I mean, as long as, like, the combat is fun to play with your friends, I think that's the most important thing. I've never thought Borderlands was funny in the first place, so it don't really personally bother me. I think my concern, what I'm seeing with the combat right now is this man is just shooting people in the back and not one of those enemies acknowledged him. Like, I want to see some dynamic gunplay. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Remnant 2 has spoiled me when it comes to looter shooters.
Show us where to go.
I want to see some dynamic enemies that are gonna challenge my thought process. But the enemies literally were not facing him, and he just shot them in the back. So they're bullet sponges, stupid bullet sponges.
She's a former.
It could be it's on easy. You're right. It could be that.
She came to Kairos in search of Lilith and is now helping us take down the Timekeeper.
Remnant 2 is goated, hella goated.
Homies, we'll play in a moment, huh? Oh, you agree to pet sit for a few weeks, and the next thing you know, you're having full conversations with animals.
You don't use security like that unless you've got something to hide. This must be the path to the black site.
Agreed. But if Lilith is on the other side, I don't mind some property destruction.
Ooh, your specialty. Please, be my guest.
Come, let's throw some light on this black site of his. This place is crawling with creeps.
This is Borderlands 4, Chowan. It's a state of play.
Has
Deep dive.
been at the heart of Borderlands, and we've put a ton of work into making it better than ever. Our improved lobby was just the start. You can also set your own campaign difficulty independently of the rest of the party. This way, everyone can tune the experience to their liking.
And you don't have to worry about looting and just stealing your drops.
Why would you do that, though?
Loot is always instanced for each player.
Like, why would my homeboy be on easy and I'm on hard? What would be the purpose of that?
And 2-player split screen returns.
Like, nigga, step up.
Enjoy
The
couch
fuck?
co-op. Regardless of how you play, we just want you to be able to hang with your buddies and have a great time.
Yeah, Mickey ass playthrough.
What the hell is that?
How would that even work in co-op? I am curious, like, how does that work if I start, if he's playing on easy and I'm playing on hard, and I start shooting at the enemy he's shooting at, how does the game scale? That's confusing to me.
Everyone else heard the talking creep, right?
Tim feels like the product of Lictor's twisted mind. Another of his experiments. If he's doing this to creeps, I shudder to think what he's doing to Lilith. We need to get inside. That air vent. Let's check it out.
Maybe you get more XP and loot on hard. I don't know. Good question. I am curious to see how that works.
This is really creeped out in here. Not me, obviously. Hermes.
You know what's funny? Some of y'all were talking about the lack of humor. I don't mind it. I don't mind the lack of humor. I'm actually kind of tuned into what they're saying during the stories parts. I feel like it was too many jokes in the last games. They were trying too hard, and that shit turned me off.
There's Jacobs with crit friendly.
When motherfuckers be trying too hard to be funny, it makes me not want to listen, but I'm kind of locked in a little bit what they was talking about.
Who solve lower accuracy with more bullets.
Yeah, they're just making poop and fart jokes. I don't mind the lack of humor.
Or Torg with explosions. We also have 3 new ones.
The difficulty difference will lead to clowning sessions. Facts.
Fully auto rippers. And the reliable, easy to use Daedalus, which can use multiple ammo types.
But that's just the start. We've introduced an all-new licensed parts system. This allows for behaviors and abilities from multiple manufacturers to spawn in a single weapon. For instance, this flat-off assault rifle features a Torg mag, Hyperion shield, and a Molly 1 elemental switch.
A mollywop.
Meaning it shoots fast and explodes things.
So it's gonna have hella customization.
The more parts that can randomly spawn, creating wilder and wilder loot.
We like that. We like that.
That's before even getting into alt fire modes, underbarrels, and elemental damage.
Wait, you can make your gun crip walk?
Abilities are truly endless.
To support playing with your favorite manufacturer, we've added enhancements. This new type of gear replaces artifacts and provides bonuses to specific manufacturers. Take my current enhancement. It adds a kill bonus to all guns with Daedalus parts, along with more reload speed and critical damage.
That'd be fire if you could throw one of your guns on the ground and it turns into a turret, like it runs around and shoots enemies, and then you could pull out another gun. That'd be kind of cool.
Amazing weapons.
Finally, we've heard your feedback, and we've overhauled our drop rates and loot across the game. We work hard to make sure all our gear feels better than ever, while also making rarity matter again. This makes for our most satisfying loot chase ever. And at the top,
You can do that? That's fire.
These have always had unique effects that you won't find on any other piece of gear. But in Borderlands 3, they drop too often. This not only devalued legendaries, it made everything feel less valuable. In our new system, not only do all guns feel great, but now legendaries will truly be special events. We've added the magic back to our loot chase, and we know you'll love grinding all that great gear on Kairos.
But let's get back to combat so I can show you my favorite thing, Ordnance. This is the new gear slot for grenades and heavy weapons like rocket launchers. Instead of taking up a gun slot and ammo, Ordnance now has cooldown timers.
While they're actually addressing issues from the last game people had, that's nice.
Now you can blow stuff up as often as you want.
Before we go further, let's talk a little bit about action skills. Every Vault Hunter has a set of 3 unique action skills. These are class-defining abilities with devastating effects. Up until now, I'd been using Incarnate to deliver powerful phase blasts. But let's switch it up to Phase Familiar and pull out Trouble. As you can see, each action skill has its own branching skill tree, giving you more build freedom than ever before.
Can you remove points? Is that what it's saying?
You can further customize
move them other
action
places?
skills with augments and capstones. These are socketed enhancements that add new behaviors and functions to your action skill.
Different builds completely change how combat plays out, resulting in near endless freedom to experiment.
Shout out to June with the sub, appreciate it.
Or capstones on the fly, or completely respec your skill trees at hubs around Kairos.
This gives us a chance to talk about traits. Each Vault Hunter has a unique passive ability called a trait. For Vex, her action skills attune to the element of her equipped weapon.
Shout out to RPG Kane with the gift of subs, appreciate you.
Troubles damage from kinetic to shock, fire, or any other elemental type.
And also, you can pet the cat.
Dead end. Or is it? Let's see where this vent takes us. Gods. Are those...
This don't look bad, not gonna lie. I would agree, it doesn't look bad to me, to be honest. This might be a game, I don't know if I'd play this by myself, but if this is a game, if the guys want to get on it and run and do a run on hard, I might get it. You playing on controller, LOL? What's wrong with that? Let that man enjoy himself. I feel like I'd have to play this game on hard, though. This game looks like it might be boring on normal.
I'm down, but thankfully our fight for your life mechanic makes a return. Of course, I could have avoided it in the first place if I had just used my ref kit. This new piece of gear provides health and other buffs, like temporarily boosting my elemental damage, rate of fire, or movement speed.
Wow, in the previous Borderlands, you definitely would have heard a joke by now. This is great. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the removal of the humor is kind of... I feel like it enhances the experience. I'm just focused on the gameplay.
By the way, if you're looking to experience the story again or just grind for loot, we've added full mission and boss replay. That's right, no more save loading to run bosses. Now you can return to the arena and use Moxie's big encore machine.
You would have heard fucking Claptrap. I'm about to pee oil all over him after you kill him. Like, bro, shut up.
For now, let's jump ahead and show you something truly badass. In Borderlands 4, our bosses are bigger and better than ever, putting all your new skills, gear, and abilities to the ultimate test.
Whoa, spoilers. That's enough of that for now.
Yeah, I feel like boss fights are gonna make or break this game because Remnant 2 spoiled me. It has some of the best boss fights in a looter shooter.
And from everyone at Gearbox, thank you for joining us.
Look at all that color on the team. September 12th. That's around the same time 2K probably gonna come out. I guess we can't play it, chat. Let me stop. Is that the end of it? Is that the end of it? What the fuck? God damn it, Sony. I thought it looked okay. Most of the chat is saying W. I thought it looked cool. This is one of those games. I'm not gonna lie, I had zero interest in this because I'm not a big fan of Borderlands. But this is one of those games. It depends on when it comes out. Actually, you know what? It might not even depend on when it comes out because, like I said, I wouldn't play this game by myself. But if the boys want to hop on and run this shit, I'd probably run it with them. What's the name? And like, it's one of those games like I'll beat it when I beat it since we're only playing co-op. But I don't think I would enjoy this by myself. It looks cool though. It looks alright. It looks good, but not for me. Respectable. Most people are saying W in the chat, but it seems like they're listening to the community because they addressed it in the video. But better be on Game Pass. I doubt it. But yeah, shout out to them.